All right, welcome to Sportswrap Overtime. I am Brian Parsons, filling in for Craig Loper. Craig, a little under the weather today, and we're brought to you by HII, Huntington Ingalls, made by America for America.
I think you got that.
Tamara Brown is here joining us. She's a special guest today. Tamara is the new Wavy Plus host.
I am.
What does that mean?
It means that if you are on this app, which I assume you are because you're watching us right now, I'm going to be hosting a bunch of different shows, whether it be Not Another Football Show, which is going to be coming out this week, or, non-sports shows too. We're going to have an influencer show. We're going to have a lot of things coming down the line. So if you're on there, look out for me. I'll be on there.
Now, Tamara, this is not your first stop at Wavy.
It's not.
Tell us about how you basically, the Sportswrap and Wavy Sports basically brought you into this world. You owe everything to us from your internship about 12 years ago, right? With Bruce and Nathan and me.
Yes, I owe everything I know to my internship, June 2013. Brian, Bruce, and Nathan taught me everything I know. And since then, I've had stops from Notre Dame and Mountain West Network, University of Miami, and most recently the Patriots. So it all started in this very spot.
You have put the grind in. So all these places, so you went to Virginia Tech, you're a very proud Hokie alum, and you've worked for the Giants. I've seen you with Notre Dame. You said the Patriots, Mountain West Network. What was that going on with that? You've been all over the country. How have you been progressing throughout the industry like this with all these various roles that you've had?
Honestly, being open to try anything, because all of these roles have been very different. So at Notre Dame, actually, I was a social media specialist. So a lot of social media work, a lot of editing, and then some sideline reporting here and there. The Giants was all production. So all behind the scenes, tripods, cameras, editing, logging, no on camera.
And you did that at Tech, though, right?
I did.
A lot of the video and things like that.
It's important. You got to be a one-man, one-woman band these days. Mountain West Network, I was a studio host. So it was almost like working at a TV station, but you're just covering a conference. So I covered the entire Mountain West Conference and all their sports. So I did a lot of packages and in the studio, kind of like you.
Where were you based?
Colorado Springs, Colorado.
So what are some of the sports in the Mountain West? So football and basketball, obviously. Are there any other sports, or like niche sports, that are kind of big in that conference for some reason?
Weirdly, track.
Okay.
Yeah, like the New Mexico Lobos, they're really good at track. I actually ended up going to track nationals with them in Austin, Texas, which was awesome. So track is a good one for them. They've got a lot of teams that are really good in that area.
I know when you worked for the Giants, I was asking you if you lived in New York City, and you did. What was it like living in the Big Apple?
I loved it, honestly. I don't know if it's just because you have to deal with a lot of traffic here. Everyone that lives here knows all these tunnels and different things can drive you crazy. So to have the option to walk or take the subway or the Amtrak is amazing. Like, you don't have to just stress and be filled with road rage and things. You can just sit back and read a book.
Oh, road rage.
And I guess everybody, you live in New York, you're getting your steps in.
Oh, yeah.
You're getting 15,000 maybe a day, right?
Yeah, because I want at least 10K a day.
Yeah.
And that's kind of hard to do when you're living in a place like this.
Yeah.
But if you're in New York City, easy. You don't need to go to the gym.
Yeah,
well, you do, but
you should. Just walk into the grocery store or the pharmacy or things like that.
And in the grocery store, you've got your weights. You got a weighted walk because you're going to walk back with all your bags. So, hey.
Okay, well we're gonna talk about some of the sports happenings. We're gonna start with the NFL and what's going on with the Washington Commanders, because last night they kind of laid an egg against the Kansas City Chiefs. They lost 28-7. Things were looking pretty good in the first half. They forced 2 Patrick Mahomes interceptions.
Yeah, they look great.
And what do they have to show for it?
Nothing.
I think when you're playing, a really good team like the Chiefs, you have to take advantage of every opportunity, because most times the Chiefs are not going to punt. They're not going to go 3 and out. And so I think when you have those opportunities to get the ball out of Mahomes' hands, you got to turn it into points, even if it's just 3. You can't just come away with laying an egg.
Yeah, that was tough.
And it's tough, they don't have Jaden Daniels, of course. Again, he's
but
banged up all year. But Mariota didn't look terrible in this game.
Interesting on the interceptions, by the way, it was Bobby Wagner and Marshawn Lattimore, 2 of the more maligned guys on the team this year, that actually stepped up and made some plays. But again, nothing to show for it. You're talking about Jaden being out again and Mariota. What do we think here? I mean, it's okay, right? Shaky, kind of, sort of.
I mean, the one interception he threw was right off Debo's hands. I mean, there's nothing you could have done about that.
He's not getting any favors because they couldn't run the ball.
No,
on Monday.
There was a play where Joe Buck's like, well, he jumped in the air for some reason. He was like trying to. He was trying.
Was it Ertz? Or I don't remember who
it was. It was Mariota.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah, it was Mariota. He was trying to go around and trying to do a sweep, and he just.
I think a lot of people had two screens going on last night.
Oh, I did.
Absolutely.
I was going back and forth.
Absolutely.
I was going back and forth. We'll talk about the other game later.
And Brian, you mentioned them not being able to run the ball. It's like those moments where you're like, gosh, I wish we had Austin Eckler back out there.
Yes.
Obviously a lot of teams are dealing with injuries, but it's this moment where you're like, okay, even if my quarterback is out, I wish that we had this person that was still able to help us.
Well, one guy that did help out, and he was a welcome addition back to the team. Terry McLaurin made some big catches in that game. And two of the bigger catches, one a touchdown. The referee said he didn't make the catch, and they had to go to the replay booth both times to overturn it.
The classic Terry toe taps.
The classic Terry toe taps.
What that is.
And it does in real time. You're like, I don't know. And then you look at the replay and it's like, oh man, he did.
Oh, I've been watching him since Ohio State. I always know he gets them.
Like he has the nickname Scary Terry for a reason. Like when he's out there, he can be a really scary receiver to be playing up against. And so it's great that they're able to have him back there. Imagine when Jaden Daniels is able to go and throw to him.
Well, I hope they can see each other again on the same field at the same time because
True.
McLaurin re-aggravated the injury. So we don't know where we stand on that. And Washington coming up, they have Seattle at home. Okay, Seattle's probably playing a lot better than a lot of people expected, right? Seattle's pretty good.
Yeah, Darnold's pretty good. He's really leading them right now.
Then they have the Lions.
They're really banged up, man.
We know what that's all about. Then they go to Spain to play the Dolphins. That can go either way.
That can go either way.
You just never know. I think we should go to that game.
Go to Spain?
Yeah.
Hey, we should lobby upstairs. Maybe
go to Madrid. Is it Madrid?
Yeah.
That game could end up being like a 3-3 tie.
Tua had a big game though on Sunday. For 4 touchdowns
with one eye. Did you see that?
Yeah,
I did see.
Was he a pink eye?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know. We and Bob Costas hanging out.
He was added to the injury report. I think Saturday or Sunday morning. One of those.
Oh, because of the eye.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He woke up like that.
Ugh.
It was a late addition.
And maybe that's the one that's the double vision.
So Washington has lost 3 in a row now, and that puts them kind of in the bottom near the bottom of the division, ahead of the Giants. But it's they lost 3 in a row last year, and when they lost three in a row last year, those were all 1-score games. These are not 1-score games.
The issue,
they're kind of getting blown out.
They're getting blown out because they're banged up, man. So many guys are out. Laramie Tunsil went down with an injury too. That's huge.
Yeah. The whole defensive line is kind of banged up. Their edge rushers aren't always there.
Well, we've talked about this all year.
I miss Dietrich Wise.
I do.
He was on
the
Patriots when I was working there, and I could have cried when he went down for the season.
Let me tell you. Are you familiar with the local connection with Dietrich Wise?
No. Tell me.
This is very interesting.
Okay.
His father, Dietrich Wise Sr., was the head coach of the Norfolk Nighthawks Arena Football League team back in, I guess, the early 2000s. And I think Dietrich Jr. was born in Suffolk. So
what?
Yeah, so he came into this world when his father was coaching here in Norfolk in the Arena Football team.
Well, I'm mad that we never had that connection when I was in New England.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't know that.
You could have dropped that on him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you could have dropped some Norfolk knowledge on him.
Wow.
Well, maybe if you run into him again.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tag along with us to training camp.
Great guy.
Yeah, that was a tough blow when he went out for the season. He had a really good training camp. He was a leader, a good acquisition. And everybody seemed to like him. And
there's a couple good Patriots guys on that team now. John Jones too.
Tough to replace those guys. With John Jones, is he?
He's a defensive back.
Okay.
But he also has some injury issues.
So that's what we have it with Washington, with Seattle coming up. What are the Seahawks here? The Seahawks are 5-2. Sam Darnold playing good ball. This is a Monday night game, by the way, on Wavy TV 10. Washington getting the primetime treatment. NBC wants Mr. Daniels back for that game.
Absolutely.
Also, it's Sam Darnold, and I'm sorry. People go new places and they get fresh starts. We've seen that with Daniel Jones at the Colts. We've seen that with Baker Mayfield down with the Bucs. But something about the Jets quarterbacks and the primetime lights, I think the Commanders can have a shot against Sam Darnold.
Of course, Seahawks coming off 27-19 win over the Texans. Jackson Smith and Jigba, you got to watch out for him. 8 catches, 122 yards, and a touchdown.
Who was your team?
And this was last Monday, by the way.
Steelers.
You're a Steelers fan, so you didn't like that game.
No.
What happened there? I didn't like the uniforms. We did a whole show on uniforms.
The uniforms were jarring.
Yeah, I don't like the Packers uniforms
either.
either.
We should file those away and never use them again.
They were awful.
Remember it's like
awful.
not as bad as the ones they had that one time many years ago.
Oh, the Bumblebee ones?
Yeah, no.
I think these were worse. They looked awful.
They were both equally
It
bad.
looked like a road sign.
That was a good like showcase of like the student and like the teacher. And I know flashback 3 years ago when you looked at Jordan Love and you're like, is sitting behind Aaron Rodgers for 3 years worth it? Like, are we wasting time not having him go out there and actually getting reps? And it's taken a while, but I think Jordan Love looks good.
Jordan Love looks really good.
He didn't at first. Like
But maybe
it
that's
was definitely an experiment, but he looks great.
maybe we are rushing these guys because we rush Sam Darnold and Daniel Jones and Baker Mayfield and these guys, and they kind of flame out on their first and second stops, and then they get a third chance somewhere else. And look at them. I mean, the Colts. You could make the argument they could be one of the top contenders in the AFC.
And also look at these guys who had long college football careers, guys who were in college for like 8 years, like Bo Nix and
That's fair.
I just lost his name in my head, but Bo Nix is a prime example of that, where he came in, he's good. I mean, Jaden Daniels, they were good pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So I wonder if letting these guys just play longer.
And the guys like Quentin Richardson are not.
No.
And who's the other guy that the Jets had?
Zach Wilson.
And that's another example of a guy that was like too much too quick, especially in New York when they talk about the bright lights, a guy like that with not much experience.
When they're desperate for quarterback play.
And it's just, man, he couldn't handle it.
No?
Yeah. I think like even Mac Jones, which I mean, I know he's gotten a few wins for the 49ers. I wonder just like if he had a good mentor to sit behind, because really when he got there, it was him and Cam Newton, and not saying Cam's not a good leader, but he didn't have someone like Aaron Rodgers to sit behind for a year or two and really like learn from.
And remember, Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre.
Yeah, yeah. But Brett Favre was not a mentor to him like Aaron was to Jordan.
No,
but Mac Jones also has Kyle Shanahan.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of, making him look pretty good, right?
Oh, yeah. And he's missing so many pieces on offense. So especially like, imagine if Debo, I know Debo's on the Commanders now, but imagine if he was at the 49ers still with Mac Jones.
You remember when Washington was always injured and had all these injuries and people were like, man, it must be the trainers. The training room must be terrible. Well, the 49ers must have terrible trainers because just 2 years in a row, they've been injury riddled, saddled, whatever you want to say.
It's not one side of the ball either.
It's the whole team.
Yeah, just they're always banged up, but they still find ways to win.
Because that's a great organization.
Yeah, they're a good team.
I think we have a little video of the Commanders.
Oh, that's right, we do, don't
that we can run.
Let's look at it.
Let's talk about some pictures, folks.
Pictures. And there it is.
3-5. There he is, Mariota. Not much to do. We don't know what the status for next week is. I think everybody would love to see Jaden, but you don't want to rush him. You don't want to rush him too fast, because we saw what happened with another quarterback about 10 years ago. Terry McLaurin. We obviously want Terry back. The Commanders need Terry back.
They absolutely need Terry back. I mean, he's so imperative. There's Bill getting tackled.
There's Washington not being able to run the ball. Issues all evening long, 60 yards total. You can't do that. And obviously they're playing catch up in the second half, but still, there's Bobby Wagner making a big interception.
They let old man Travis Kelce get a touchdown.
Good to see that. Well, he doesn't really do much after he catches the ball, does he?
No, he does. The yards after catch are completely gone now.
Yeah, but he's got hands. He's good hands.
Glue trap hands. He did
glue trap hands.
But he did. That one interception was his fault. It came off his hands.
Yeah.
So
well, he's getting old.
He is.
Travis is getting old.
Nice Cleveland boy right there. Travis Kelce.
Yeah, Kelce's are Cleveland.
Yeah,
Clevelanders.
They're Clevelanders like me. Speaking of,
who are the Browns? What happened with them?
Oh my God! So Myles Garrett. Here's the good news: Myles Garrett had 5 sacks. The bad news is no one can do anything on offense. Dylan Gabriel is horrible. Needs not an NFL quarterback. This isn't even like. If he sits longer. No, he can't throw the ball 30 yards. He's terrible.
So would you rather see Shador?
I'd rather see anything else, because at least Shador would be entertaining.
Do you think Shador's ready?
No, but it'd be...
Probably back to our conversation earlier. He doesn't have someone to sit behind and...
No, he's completely going to flounder.
He would have been better off if they kept Flacco.
Yeah,
and he could absorb some knowledge from a Super Bowl winning quarterback.
The Patriots won 32-13.
I think I wouldn't give up on Gabriel after 2 games. I mean,
he just doesn't.
I will say,
he's never played
the Patriots
in the NFL.
defense is also extremely experienced, and then also they're really clicking right now. Drake May is in a groove.
Yeah, Drake May is good. It's weird. Will Campbell he could not stop Myles Garrett.
When you worked for the Patriots, did you ever meet Bill Belichick?
I did.
What was he like? Did you ever see Jordan hanging around premises? His girlfriend?
Ooh,
she wasn't there yet.
So what's happening at UNC right now is really jarring for everyone in New England because it's the complete opposite of how everything was handled at the Patriots.
All right.
We
Everybody's
never
buttoned up there, right? Yeah.
Never saw her. Never saw her.
Can you imagine? I know his son is on the staff, right?
Yeah,
but
Both of them.
how many sons? How many people are in the family? The Belichick
Steve
kids.
and Brian are both on the staff.
Does he have any daughters or anything like that?
He does.
He does?
Can you imagine being on the daughter group text right now about their dad? Imagine what's going on there. Can you imagine getting a sneak peek on that?
I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Hey, look, he's an adult. She's an adult. You can do whatever you want. That's what makes the world great and America great. It doesn't mean it's not weird.
That's exactly right.
Doesn't mean it's not weird, man.
Well,
Yeah.
anyway.
You know what? That's going to wrap up our NFL portion of this.
What do you want to do? Do you want to take the break?
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk the homecoming Saturday trifecta in Hampton Roads, and we'll talk UVA and Tamara's Virginia Tech Hokies.
All right. Sports Wrap Overtime, brought to you by HII.
Welcome back to Sportswrap Overtime. Sportswrap OT brought to you by HII, made by America for America. I'm Brian Parsons, Jeff Snyder, Tamara Brown. Joining us this week, we were talking the NFL. Now it's time to talk a little college football.
Yeah.
It was 3 homecomings on Saturday.
Stacked the homecomings all at the same time. Everyone had a good time. Sounds like we had no issues with anything. So,
oh no, the only issues was the on the field play for some of these teams.
Yeah. I'm not sure how much celebrating was happening here, except for ODU.
Yeah, and that was they almost weren't celebrating. And they were up 24-7 on Appalachian State on a beautiful noon kickoff at SB Ballard Stadium for homecoming. If we have the video on that one,
yes,
Mr. Snyder. This one we picked it up late.
Oh, this is probably rolling it already, but there's
that's a sack. Yeah, I must have had the endpoint wrong on this. There should be a lot more at the front end of this, but anyway,
it's gonna loop.
Okay,
we'll probably see it.
There's Ricky Ronnie yelling at the refs as he likes to do a lot. Colton Joseph threw for 305 yards, 3 touchdowns. He had 1 interception. Turnovers have been an issue for Old Dominion. They lead the nation with turnovers going into the game with 18. Nobody had 17. A few teams had 16. So not good when you turn the ball over like that.
You said 18, and when you look at the last, not this past weekend, but the 2 weeks before, combining for 9 of them.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
2 weeks being 9 of those 18 is wild.
And they were on top of the world before those 2 games. And people are talking about, maybe.
Okay, we're going to fast forward.
Maybe they'll go to the playoff. They beat Virginia Tech.
I knew you were going to say
by a lot.
Got Brent Pry
fired.
He did. He did.
Mm-hmm. That was not a fumble, by the way, this play here, because the guy recovered it out of bounds. So they kind of teetering on the edge there with the turnovers. They almost had some that didn't count. And so Old Dominion up 24-7. Colton Joseph has a couple of big plays, 3 touchdowns. He has one of those jump passes again that goes for 70 yards. They love the big plays. And then in the fourth quarter here, App State with a couple of touchdowns to make it 24-21, and then an onside kick here, and they get that back, and they could be in a position to win the game. But Old Dominion recovers the onside kick, and they hang on for the 24-21 win.
I was in the video for that touchdown.
Oh, good.
I was sitting right in that corner there.
This is one of those ones where you're like, a win is a win. It was ugly, but it was a win.
And it snaps a 2-game losing streak. So it's like they really needed that. And I asked Ricky Rodney after the game, I was like, how's the locker room? He goes like, man, to be honest, I was a little kind of worried what it was going to be like.
Oh, yeah.
And he said it was kind of subdued because the guys didn't feel like it should have been as close as it was at the end.
Well, I think they wanted to put their hammer down on them, and they just weren't able to.
But there's been a few games where that's been the case, where it was the Liberty game. That it was 21-7. It should not have been 21-7. They outplayed them. It should have been like 45-7, just based on, they had 3 red zone turnovers. Yardage wise was like 600 to 200. They dominated the game, just not on the scoreboard. But Old Dominion now 5-3, 1 win away from bowl eligibility.
That's something to play for. Yeah, that's something to get you excited, at least for, the rest of the season. It's like, okay, we just need one more.
One more win.
Not to say that they only should win one more.
Right. Because theoretically, they could still be in contention for a conference championship, right? So they're going to be playing for that.
Which bowl would they be eligible for? Because I know it goes by conference.
Oh, geez, I don't know.
No idea.
The Bahamas Bowl again?
I don't think they would
do that.
No, I don't think they would. They don't like to send teams to the Bahamas Bowl more than once.
That's fair.
And
but that was a long time ago. That was like 10 years ago.
We don't want to go to the Bahamas Bowl.
No. Would we even be allowed to go to the Bahamas Bowl?
I don't feel comfortable answering that question.
Fair enough.
I don't, because I don't know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
Bowl games, New Orleans, Mobile. Who knows, man? Miami. Maybe,
yeah.
You kind of you're kind of slotted. Sunbelt is, but then also other bowls can say, hey, look, can we take that? This might be a better matchup. Like, what an awesome matchup would be ODU against ECU in a bowl game. How cool would that be?
That'd be awesome.
That'd be really good. That'd be a lot better than ODU against, Ball State. No offense.
Ball State.
Well, you're you're MAC. You like all these.
I like the MAC schools, but they're not an Ohio MAC school.
Aren't they in Ohio?
No, they're Indiana.
Whatever.
Close enough.
Same thing.
David Letterman went there. Fun fact.
So Old Dominion. So a problem here is special teams. All three phases. They missed 3 field goals. They gave up, allowed a first down on a fake punt. They missed a lot of field goals this year. They've muffed a lot of punts this year. Special teams. You know what they need?
Shane Beamer.
They need Frank Beamer to come in.
Shane Beamer, Frank Beamer.
They need Frank to come in and stir up the special teams.
Beamer ball.
Mm-hmm. So Virginia Tech defeated Cal. We'll talk about Tech real quick.
Only real quick? We spent like 10 minutes on ODU.
We got to get to Norfolk State and Hampton too.
Yeah.
So Tech defeats Cal. Hokies are 3-5.
ACC powerhouse Cal.
2-2.
Which when you came up to me earlier, probably this time last week, you were like, how are you feeling about the game? And I had no idea what game was even happening because I'm so tuned out.
Yeah,
right
that's
now
exactly what you said. You said you're tuned out.
But so I'm very shocked that they did come away with the win, especially when you're looking, just at the paper. Like Cal came in, I think they were 5-2.
Yeah.
And Virginia Tech was the opposite, 2-5. And so you're not really expecting much. But I guess when you consider, the jet lag of flying all the way across the country and it's Friday night under the lights, it was 25 years celebrating Enter Sandman. So there was a lot of energy in the stadium. And so I can see how the circumstances, the atmosphere can reflect the game.
Yep.
They've been doing Sandman for 25 years?
25
Wow.
years. Yep.
Wow.
And the song is 35 years old. Fun fact.
And Virginia Tech got off to a 10-0 start. And then I did get scared because didn't Cal score 3 or 4 drives
They scored
straight?
17 unanswered points in the second quarter.
Yeah, we were getting ready for Friday Night Flights,
Unreal.
so it was it's hard to kind of watch what's going on with that when you're dealing with all the high school madness that's happening around us.
So I honestly was like, here we go again. Got off to a hot start, folded, similar to ODU, and then let the team come back. But I think in the second half, what really changed was I feel like Virginia Tech's offense really catered to the strengths of the players. So, for example, Jerome's, I think you got to let him run the ball more.
Yeah.
No one could tackle him.
Right.
Cal's defenders could not tackle him. And I'm not saying that.
Let him fly, right?
Exactly. And so I know that when you're doing that, you can put your quarterback in harm's way in terms of when you're having a running quarterback, they can get hurt, but I think it's worth it because no one can tackle him. It kind of reminds me of Logan Thomas, like a house.
As a Hokie alum and fan and big supporter, do you give Philip Montgomery any kind of chance to put his name in the hat to be the next head coach, or is this simply the bridge gap to the next guy?
At this point, I just need you to be the bridge gap. I need you to beat UVA, and we'll be good. I'm good with that.
And Tamara is very adamant about who she wants to be the next head coach at Virginia Tech.
I am. I'm just can we just start a GoFundMe and if every Hokie alumni donates $5, I think we'll have enough.
And that person is
Shane Beamer.
Well,
I mean, the cards seem to be falling in that direction because if they keep losing, is South Carolina going to keep him?
And probably not.
Okay.
And we've seen how quick the trigger is on these coaches these days.
Brian Kelly's the latest victim. He's fired. So it's like...
Wouldn't really call him a victim.
Well,
Well, the past couple of Sundays, it's been a new head coach gone. Every single Sunday, there's been one gone.
I think it's the most head coaches fired by November since 1978.
And I don't think it's done.
I don't think so either.
We're a long way from being done.
And I would have said a couple of weeks, beginning of the season that Tech can't afford Shane Beamer. South Carolina paying him all this money, but they're so quick to pull the trigger now of one bad season and we need to do something. We need to bring somebody else in.
They were about 22 seconds from beating Alabama on Saturday. 22 seconds. I mean, the students were ready to hop over the hedges and rush the field, and they lost. I mean, it's Alabama, but it's not the same Alabama as before.
It still says Alabama. It still says it.
They still have that Horner.
Alabama.
It's not. It's
still
not.
The aura.
But it's beating the brand sometimes.
So they won't have to worry about buying him out if he gets fired.
Ooh, look at this. She's got it all figured out. You're right.
It's possible. It's possible.
How would you feel about them possibly bringing in James Franklin? Since
he's a great coach.
Yeah.
He's a great coach, but I feel like we need a good coach that also fits the culture and understands like the tradition of our school. Whereas like Beamer, it's like he grew up here. His kids were born there. Like it just makes sense.
Right.
Like he knows the recruiting areas that he needs to hit. Not saying that he only needs to recruit in this area, Hampton Roads and, the state of Virginia, but I need you to be familiar.
Fuente did not.
No, exactly.
For sure.
Exactly. You got to win Virginia. You got to win North Carolina. Like you got to win those surrounding states. And not saying James Franklin can't do it, but Shane is so familiar.
He is. James Franklin. Here's the Brent Pry hire. Now, the problem I had with that was he was a defensive coordinator at Penn State. I don't know, man. I don't think Virginia Tech is a starter job. Is like, I've never been a head coach. I'm going to take over Virginia. That doesn't make sense to me. You've got to be a proven head coach at some sort of level. I think a guy like Kurt Signetti, who worked for Nick Saban at Alabama.
Yep.
Turned 50. As he said, I've turned a big 5-0 and I want to be a head coach. So he goes to D2.
Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
And where his father was the head coach.
Yes, and he was a great coach there. He had them ranked all the time.
And then he goes to Elon, FCS, in the CAA. And then he goes within conference to James Madison in the CAA. Wins. They make the move from the CAA to the Sun Belt to FBS. Win.
Yeah.
And now Indiana. So I think the model of a guy like that versus a coordinator who's never led a program and had to be in charge of all of these men, I think that's a better recipe for a program like Virginia Tech.
It is, but we need to win right now. So I don't know if we have time for another failed experiment.
That's what I'm saying. You don't want Ohio State's OC.
No.
No.
You don't want Brian Hartline?
I almost need like one of these big wigs that got fired. I need you to find some way to get them.
Yeah.
Like James Franklin.
Yeah.
He's a good one. Not Brian Kelly.
Not Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly.
Brian Kelly.
An exception on that.
And now you're getting these stories about his players.
Oh my! Did you see the one?
The LSU player.
Yeah.
Are like, that guy was a bad human being.
Yeah, he said one of the worst human beings I've ever met. Multiple guys have said that.
Oh, he's a phony. You remember the press conference? He's like, hey, y'all. And
yeah, the fake accent.
like, you don't talk like that,
and
dude.
Of course, the incident at Notre Dame. Like, ugh.
Well, yeah, didn't he have Cincinnati in like one of the major bowl games, like the Orange Bowl or something like that, and he didn't coach in the game because he took
Notre Dame.
He took the Notre Dame gig, just kind of left him high and dry. I think he did it at the job he had before that. Was it Central Michigan or something like that?
Yeah, he was at Central Michigan before that.
He did something kind of crappy there too to his guys.
I was at Notre Dame when he was at Notre Dame.
Oh, so you've dealt with not a fun experience?
So I think that for some coaches, they're like, a father figure or like it's really a family. And I think it's just a business for some coaches. And I think he falls into that, like, this is just a job for me. And like, that's it. And it's like chasing the next thing. So you have those players those coaches that you're like, that man really changed my life. I don't know if he's going to be one of those guys. Like Marcus Freeman. He seems like a guy who's like, that man changed my life. Like, I may never play football in the pros, but like he made me a better man. I think he's one of those guys where it's like Brian Kelly is just, this is a business.
Did you cross-sect with him, with Freeman?
No, I wish. He seems awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and
awesome.
he's kind of a sought-after guy, too. I mean, I don't know if that Notre Dame's the kind of place you want to leave, but, you know, a lot of these guys...
Yeah.
Allegedly, I think I saw a report that he turned down Florida and Penn State. Freeman did.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, what's the most attractive job?
Right now, it's probably Penn. For money, it's Penn State.
You think they have more money than Florida?
Yeah. They do.
What LSU?
True.
Yeah, LSU. I mean,
True.
all these jobs are just
SEC
opened up.
money is different.
SEC money's different, and LSU and wins national titles or has won national titles. Penn State hasn't won a national title since before you squirts were born.
Yeah, I think there's just a lot to look at now when looking
You
for
young whippersnappers.
Yeah.
your next move. Because like I feel like before, like when Brian Kelly went from Notre Dame to LSU, you didn't have NIL, you didn't have general managers and things. So now the coaches are looking at all of that. Like, okay, what's our NIL look like? Who's the general manager? Am I going to work well with that person? Can I bring my own general manager? So it's a lot of moving parts now, I feel like.
Well, with Tech, they got this influx of this $200 million, that Whit Babcock has said for them to remain competitive with the rest of the nation. They've got to get this money and meet this mark. And he's made good hires in every sport except football. I mean, he's done good in with his hires in women's basketball.
I miss Kenny Brooks so much.
And he couldn't keep him. He couldn't keep Kenny. He wasn't going to keep Kenny. Kenny took the Kentucky money and ran. But, I mean, a Final Four run, an ACC championship in men, which I think is the biggest win in Virginia Tech history, in my opinion.
Oh,
when
it
they,
is.
When they won the ACC.
I immediately brought a T-shirt. As soon as they beat Duke, I was like, oh, buying a shirt. I don't know when we're going to win again.
They beat Duke and they beat Duke and UNC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're on both of those coaches' swan song, right? On their farewell tour.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Wasn't that Roy and Coach K's farewell tour?
Yep, it was.
When I tell you I've never purchased something faster, like immediately purchased that shirt because I was like, I don't know when we're going to win this again. And so I need to have it.
Tech doesn't win the ACC basketball championship. That just doesn't happen.
No, they're not. They've never been a basketball school ever.
Okay, they did win an NIT in, like, I think, 95.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Hey, the best team to not make the tournament.
That's right.
Norfolk State. Boy, oh boy. Norfolk State. Okay, the goal was to bring attention to the university. Check. The goal was to bring in big crowds, sellout crowd on homecoming. Check. The goal was to put a competitive team on the field. Not quite. Not quite. I think we got some video of this one, Snyder. This one should be queued up properly. Norfolk State lost to South Carolina State 51-20 on homecoming Saturday. That's 6 straight losses. NSU's 1-7. South Carolina State scored 35 points in the second quarter to kind of put this game away. Now Norfolk State's got Delaware State on Thursday night. That game's in Philadelphia at Lincoln Financial Field.
Why?
Because Deshaun Jackson is the head coach at Delaware State. And he and Michael Vick played as teammates at Philadelphia for the Eagles, and Delaware State not far from Philadelphia.
Of course.
So the game's on ESPNU. Now you think Deshaun Jackson, he's a first-year head coach too, right? Mm-hmm. Guy never coached, no experience. He's going to be in the same boat as Michael Vick too, right? Nah, they're good. They're 5-3. They just beat North Carolina Central, which I couldn't believe that result because Central I thought was going to walk away with the conference. Yeah. Deshaun's Hornets team has something else to say about that. They are. Yeah. And they're favored by 17.5 over Norfolk State on Thursday.
I mean, I believe it. I was looking at, I think their homecoming game 2 weeks ago. They had like 700 and something yards of offense.
That's their offense. They're putting up the points.
Unreal.
And Norfolk State's got
yards.
That's a lot. And Norfolk State's got a bad defense.
Yeah.
You know, Michael Vick may or may not have fired his defensive coordinator. And
we still don't know yet. It's been like 3 weeks.
He said he made some changes. He just didn't say who they were.
I was confused because at first he said, he talked about musical chairs. And if you have to play musical chairs where it makes sense, you know, he'll do that. And so I'm like, okay, did he reassign them? And then he followed up and said, yeah, there's some people who are no longer with the team. So I'm like, which one is it? Did you reassign them or are they no longer here? There's a difference.
Yeah, there is. No availability for Michael Vick this week, media availability.
Convenient.
Because of the short week. So we wish them luck against the game against Delaware State. We need Norfolk State. This is the MEAC portion of the schedule, so there is still time,
absolutely,
for them to make a run and a push for a conference title. Hampton, a little bit better than Norfolk State. They're 2-4. They lost to Monmouth on their homecoming game, 28-10. It's 3 losses in a row. They host Maine on Saturday. What do you know about Monmouth, Tamara? Have you ever been there? Do you know anything about it?
I don't know anything about it.
It's in Long Branch, New Jersey. It's just north of Asbury Park, south of the city. I don't know. It just looks like a pretty cool university. They're investing into athletics, and I don't know. It looks like a pretty cool, cool destination up there on the Jersey Shore. Then we had UVA beat UNC 17-16.
Which
number 15 UVA.
That was shocking. I mean, that game is always good. If we're talking about rivalries, I think that's almost a rivalry more than UVA and Virginia Tech, just in terms of
competitiveness.
Yes, yes.
Over the last few years, at least.
Yeah,
20 years.
Like she's talking like 30 years.
Yeah,
UVA's won once.
Exactly. And so I was a little bit shocked that one came down to the wire and literally this close with them losing, just because of all the drama with UNC this year. They've looked so bad on both sides of the ball that like you thought it would be a cakewalk for UVA. And I guess, we see this all the time, that teams play down to their opponent. I feel like that was this case, and that won't be the case for UVA next week against Cal.
Yeah, this came down to overtime.
Yeah,
and it shouldn't have.
No, and both teams did not score in the second half.
Yeah, and wasn't coming into this one, UVA was averaging probably like 40 points a game in conference games.
They were smacking people.
Yeah,
their offense has been humming, and not on Saturday.
Yeah,
and then they got to make the cross country trip to Berkeley to take on the Golden Bears of California. And like we were talking about with Cal coming to Blacksburg, now UVA's got to go to Berkeley, and anything can happen after those long flights like that.
Yeah, the jet lag, it's like what, probably a 6-hour or 5.5-hour flight
at minimum, because where would they even fly out of? Would they take a private charter or something?
And Charlottesville, so would they fly out of DC or Richmond?
Probably Richmond.
Richmond
makes more sense.
Did you travel with the Hokies? So would you guys fly out of?
Roanoke.
Okay, so you have to go to Roanoke, and those would be chartered flights. So what is that like? What's the life of it on a chartered plane?
I chartered with the women's basketball team, and so we would bus down on like our buses down to the airport and just drive right up to the airplane and get on.
Is so easy. Like a big jet or a little jet?
Little.
Is it just?
But football is big, obviously.
But can you walk around or do you?
It's not that big.
Okay.
It's like a normal plane, honestly.
So you're just hanging out on the plane.
Like it's like you're flying American.
Okay.
Like a regular American plane, except for you're not on like a jet bridge. You're just walking up steps.
Like old school.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Like in the 70s.
Yeah. So it's like the same as you riding a normal plane. There's really no difference. Same with the Patriots. Like we flew charter, same thing. You're just on a normal plane. You're just not going through the airport like a normal human being.
Yeah,
you have your own TSA. You have your own.
Okay.
You don't have to go through the airport.
You still have like to do security checks though. Oh, okay.
William and Mary lost to New Hampshire, and CNU wins again. CNU, one of the top Division III teams in all of college football. And on Saturday, they have a home game, and it is their 25th anniversary game in a season that they're having their best record in the history of the team. So that's kind of a cool little.
Become kind of a sports powerhouse up there, haven't they? For Division III with
softball,
basketball,
men's and women's.
Yes,
baseball. Football,
they've kind of developed themselves into a nice little
Wesleyan as well.
Yeah,
but the problem is they're not in the same conference because Virginia Wesleyan's in what's called the ODAC, but the ODAC only has private schools. And CNU's a public school, and they won't bend the rules. So that's why it's Randolph-Macon, and all those schools are in the ODAC, which would be natural fits for CNU to play schools like that. Okay, we're going to take a break and come back and talk various topics, including maybe the greatest player in the history of sports. And I'm not being hyperbolic. We'll be right back.
Sportswrap Overtime, brought to you by HII.
Welcome back to Sportswrap Overtime, brought to you by HII, made by America for America. Huntington Ingalls. Tamara, do you know how many employees work at the shipyard? Just take a guess. It's a big employer, big powerhouse for Hampton Roads.
10,000?
25,000 employees at the shipyard. You know, they make nuclear powered submarines and aircraft carriers. So if you are in the market for a nuclear powered aircraft carrier, then HII is just in store for you. If you have about $7 trillion, then one can be yours. Okay, last night, we're recording this on a Tuesday. Tuesday, what is it, October 28th?
Yes.
Last night, Tamara, you said you went to bed. Jeff and I were both on. He said he was watching. I was watching. Game 3 of the World Series didn't end until 2:51 a.m.
It's more like game 3 and 4 of the World Series.
2:51, 18 innings. It was 2 games worth.
Yep.
Buy one, get one free. The Dodgers defeated the Seattle Mariners 6-5 in 18 innings on a home run by Freddie Freeman in the bottom of the 18th, to dead center field. The first player in Major League Baseball history to have 2 walk-off home runs in the World Series in his career.
In like last year and this year. How's that possible?
Because he's that good.
Because he's going to the Hall of Fame. Freddie Freeman. I mean,
he won a World Series with the Braves.
Yeah.
It's like the definition of ice in your veins.
It's crazy.
Ice in your veins.
Like, who are these guys that when George Springer hit the home run for the Blue Jays, when he came to the plate, that was in the
ALCS.
In the ALCS, you're thinking, yeah, well, okay, yeah, he's gonna hit a home run. You just kind of felt it. You kind of knew it. You know, he has 22 career World Series home runs.
And he heard the trash can bang one more time.
Yes, he did. You know, sometimes, hey, we all need a little bit of an edge. Sometimes.
Yeah, he got hurt in this game, George Springer.
Yes, he did.
He got hurt on a really hard swing. I think it was the 7th inning, and he had to come out. So we'll see what the status is for him tonight.
So we're talking Freddie Freeman, Hall of Famer, right?
Going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, there might be another guy on that team going to the Hall of Fame.
There's multiple guys on that team.
But there's one
who's going to be.
There's a separate wing for this guy.
Like, they should dedicate half the hall to this guy. We're talking about Tungsten Armor Doyle himself.
Yeah, the one and only.
Shohei
Ohtani. Amazing. I mean,
reach base 9 times last night. They intentionally walked him 3 times and then walked him on 4 pitches a 4th time.
He had 2 home runs and an RBI double.
Yeah, 4 for 4.
And here I am, like, and this guy's going to take the mound tomorrow.
And he's going to pitch the next game.
I'm like, there's no rest. There's no rest.
No.
And so
after the season.
Well, yeah, but I'm like, I don't know. I guess I was just thinking more of like the rest of the series that I'm like.
No, you're thinking about the rest of normalcy. The rest of
you go normal baseball players.
Every normal baseball player. Yeah, you're right.
This guy isn't absolutely at all by any means.
But imagine.
I would just want to put bubble wrap around him. Like,
seriously.
Well,
after he made base, like, after he got on base like 4 times, I'd have been like, okay, like we're good.
No.
Imagine Mark McGwire hitting 3 home runs in a game, but then striking out 10 batters as well.
Remember, he did not pitch for a year and a half.
Yeah, still won the MVP.
And he still won the MVP last year. But he didn't pitch for a year and a half. And people were wondering, oh, is he going to be the same pitcher? Will he lose something off his stuff? No.
He's the same.
He's the same. Still a top 5 pitcher in the game, being a top 1 hitter in the game. Like, how? How does that happen?
He's got 3 multi-home run games in the playoffs.
Yeah. He's
going to be a 4-time MVP because he won 2 with the Angels.
Yeah, and people are like, oh, Aaron Judge. Hey, shut up. No, Aaron Judge is not even close.
People can say whatever they want, but that doesn't. Yeah. Whatever, man. You're out of your mind if you think Aaron Judge has a well.
He's in the American League, so he'll win that. But I mean, people say Aaron Judge. Oh, Aaron Judge does this better than him. I'm like, yeah, he might do like one thing better than him. Maybe.
Why would you even acknowege somebody? Who cares? That's a ridiculous comment. What we're seing now is something that's never been done in the history of the game.
Yeah.
Very versatile.
It's everything like your grandparent, well, my grandparents at least, would say, oh, this was what Babe Ruth was like.
Babe Ruth didn't steal bases.
Babe Ruth didn't steal bases. He wasn't hitting the ball 500 feet. Well, he was, but he wasn't playing against all the best players.
Exactly.
Completely different era. So
he would never have played against Shohei Ohtani.
No,
because he's all the way over there in Japan. And
so, what are your predictions for him to do today?
I think that Freddie Freeman home run took all the gas out of the Mariners. And
Blue Jays.
I'm sorry, Blue Jays. The Blue Jays, Mariners too. Yeah. And I think that's it for Toronto. I don't think they're going to win.
I mean, in an 18 inning game, I think Shane Bieber's going for them today, which I want Shane Bieber to do well, because all of his years in Cleveland. But by the 6th inning, I mean, the bullpen's completely gassed. That's the thing with both these teams. Their bullpens are very weak. And the fact that the bullpens went like 10 innings shutout last night was crazy. And Clayton Kershaw came out of the bullpen.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was the most tense moment.
Yeah.
You can't tell me there weren't 50,000 people at Dodger Stadium going, oh man, I really love this. Yeah, you're one of the greatest of all time, man, but just don't screw this up because I think you're going to screw it up. You really felt it, right?
Yeah, I felt it.
Oh.
And then you see...
Because he has been awful in the playoffs lately. And he's clearly... He hit 91 for the first time in 2 years.
He doesn't have his.
That's all he's got, and he can barely get it. He can barely hit it.
But what I found interesting was
what a warrior, though.
They kept cutting to one guy in the crowd, and it was Sandy Koufax.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, two best lefties of all time.
Of all time. I mean, Sandy Koufax just being there. He's almost 90. He's got to be 90 years old.
He looks great.
He looks great. Looks.
So basically, y'all are saying that it's going to be impossible to go to 18 again because of
I think it's going to be
everyone's going to be exhausted, and
the arms are going to be
exhausted.
Yamamoto was warming up after pitching a complete game the game before.
Yeah, no.
That's what we're dealing with.
Yeah, let's
roll some of these pictures.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Courtesy of the Associated Press.
There's Freddie after his home run.
Yeah, exciting moment.
See his face; it just looks like he knew.
No, he knew. He knows.
He and his teeth knew.
As he's walking up.
It's been years.
There he is. There's Shohei.
Shohei, all excited. He ran out to the bullpen with Sasaki to go meet Yamamoto in the outfield. I think that's Freeman.
Wow. This is incredible.
Japan just taking over the Dodgers in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I mean, and they got more guys coming. There's a couple other huge prospects posted.
That shot. That's a cool shot.
This is a cool shot.
I like
people
that one.
in the background.
Yeah.
Just, I love baseball so much, guys.
World Series.
I love it.
It's so good. We got another game tonight. I mean, I want the Blue Jays to.
I would like them to even the series. I want to keep this going.
I would love to keep this going, and
I want to keep this going.
See a 7th game, which would be Saturday, I believe. Would that be Saturday night?
I don't know if the guys would agree after going 18 innings. They would like to keep this going. I think they would just. I think
the Dodgers want to put the foot to the throat.
I think I would just end it.
Yeah, let's see what the schedule is here for the World Series. So Game 7 would be Saturday.
Fox 43. Got to like the ratings they're probably getting for this. These are two marquee teams putting up fantastic results. I don't know what the ratings were like at 2:51 in the morning.
Well, I was watching.
I
mean, 2 out of 3.
That's it, right? Exactly.
2 out of 3. Those are good ratings. Those are good ratings.
That's a fair number. 66% right there.
Yeah. For me, I'm the type of person that I'll wake up and watch the recap in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of going in and out of consciousness when, after Kershaw was out on the mound, but then, when the 14th inning hit, my friend started texting me. I'm like, all right, at least I can be engaged with you guys so I can stay awake.
But Kershaw getting out of that inning, man, that was tough.
My friend is the Dodgers team reporter, and I can only imagine what it's been like for her.
Oh, man, yeah.
Yeah.
Loving life. Did she get a ring? Last year?
Oh, that's so cool.
She has the soaking, she's the one who gets wet.
She's in the locker room with the goggles. Oh boy,
yep.
Protect the gear.
Yeah. Well, Brian.
All right, that's going to do it for Sportswrap OT. I'm Brian Parsons, Jeff Snyder. Tamara, thank you for joining us.
It was fun.
You'll be back.
It was fun.
And we'll be looking for you for your various other shows that you'll be hosting. We already have a ghost show, so no more ghost tales.
I'm not a ghost fan.
No more surfing shows. We already have a surfing show.
You know?
We have a wrestling show.
Yes.
I like scary movies, but I'm not a ghost person. You know?
They spooked you out?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're spooky.
And Halloween coming up. All right, that's going to do it. We'll see you next time with Sportswrap OT.